Hey, again, this is Dr. Joni Johnson. Let's talk. Today we're going to talk about what is autism and how did my child get that. Now, as I said before, if you looked at the what is ADHD question, autism is a neurodevelopmental issue or neurodevelopmental delay. So to review, what is neurodevelopment? What does that mean? What that means is that your brain, that's the neuro part, has not allowed your body to develop certain skills when we expect them to. Basically, autism I like to consider to be the king of the neurodevelopmental delays. What that means is if you have autism, you have several delays. So in other words, several things have not developed in you or your child when society expects you to have them. Now the question I'm going to have for you to think about is, who in society determines when you're supposed to do these things and when you're not? And if you don't do them when society says you're supposed to, what makes you the one that's wrong? Think about that one and get back to me. But the bottom line is, if you have autism, you were born with it. It's who you are. And spoiler alert, you did not get it from an immunization. You did not get it from gluten. You didn't get it from red dye. And you didn't catch it by shaking the hands of your friend. You got it from someone in your gene pool, typically. So what does that mean? If you have autism, probably somebody else in your family also has autism. They might not act like you might not realize they have autism, but that's why we say autism spectrum disorder. It is a wide spectrum. And if you've met one person with autism, you've met one person with autism. Everybody who has autism is different. So let's review. If you or your child was recently told that you have autism, that means that you have a neurodevelopmental delay. That means that there are certain skills that you or your child have not acquired when society says that you should. Those skills can sometimes be related to communication, they can be related to socialization, and then they can be related to a whole host of other things. As I said before, I consider autism to be the king neurodevelopmental issue because typically we see all of your other neurodevelopmental traits in those who have autism. So in other words, if you have autism, you probably have some type of speech or communication delay. You might have some type of motor or sensory delay. You may have some social issues. You might be a little socially awkward. You might have some difficulty focusing and paying attention, similar to ADHD. You might have some processing or learning issues, okay? It might take you a little bit longer to get those words or those thoughts out. You might have sensory issues, meaning maybe certain fabrics or clothes or textures or noises bother you. So in other words, if you have autism, you have a little mixture of all of those things. And everybody with autism has a certain garden variety, okay? Just because you can make friends doesn't mean you don't have autism. Maybe that's not the part of the delay that is exhibited in you. Okay. That's what autism means to me. That's how I define it. If I did not answer your question this time, don't despair. Don't forget, you can go to the Contact Me section of this app and submit a follow-on question. And in about a month, I'll come back and answer that one for you as well. Hope this helped. Let's talk later.